like this
Ooh,
black.
these is tough. I ain't gonna lie, I never seen these ones with a Nike flap on the front like this, but these are tough. Like tough. Like these are crazy hard. Back at it again, it is Double A with another reaction video. And as you guys can see, we got my guy Josh Dominique, well known in the sneaker community, and we got the best everyday minimal sneakers in every price range in 2025, you guys. And an idea I can think of about these minimal sneakers is the Adidas Sambas, the Nike Killshot 2, and a bunch of other sneakers. But with that being said, this should be a great video to react to. I do want you guys to let me know, what is your current best everyday sneaker in 2025? You guys comment that down below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and make sure we're in 4K. And we weren't, but now we are. So let's get straight into this video.
You might own one of these shoes, but let me ask you something. When was the last
Wait, which shoes?
So you might own one of these shoes.
The 1906 R's, you guys. You guys, if you haven't tapped into my channel, you wouldn't know, but I actually have had these sneakers in the past. And what I mean by that is, basically on my channel, I do a lot of sneaker reviews and top 10 lists, things of that nature. So what I basically go ahead and do is I basically go ahead and get the sneakers, and I actually have to go ahead and return them because I don't have the money to be buying all these sneakers, you guys. So with that being said, I do not gatekeep over here, you guys. If you guys do want to do something similar to what I'm doing, you guys can indeed do it. And I actually heard that Zendaya, from a family member, that Zendaya actually did the same thing before she blew up. But with that being said, you guys, whatever you guys want to do in life, you guys can go ahead and do it. You just got to find a way to go ahead and make it happen. But with that being said, the 1906 R's are a great pair of sneakers. I'm not going to lie to you. I see the J Balvin's, I see the Nike Dunks, and I see the Travis Scott's. But I wouldn't think that all of these are considered minimal sneakers. Let's go ahead and see what you guys say.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually wore them? While it's cool to get the latest hyped up sneakers, the most
I just wore mine
1906
1906s like 2 weeks ago when I had them, 3 weeks ago. But that's because I recently had them.
The ones that you're actually going to be wearing are those clean, low-profile, minimal shoes that you could wear with literally anything. And today I'm going to be breaking down the best options at every budget, whether you got $100
Killshot
or
2.
$500.
Are these the margielas? I don't want to get that
I'll
wrong.
be showing you the best low-profile minimal sneakers. No hype, no nonsense.
This is going to be a great
that
video.
you're actually going to wear.
I low-key been wanting to find some sneakers like this, and the fact that he saw it, that's actually one of the reasons why I clicked on this video. But yeah, this is going to be an amazing video. He always does good with his videos.
Stick around until the end of the video because I'll be letting you know my personal favorite minimal sneakers.
Hold up, we got to make sure we're recording because I've been traumatized by this every time. All right, for sure, we still recording. I bet.
All the time.
We straight.
Okay, let's start off talking about the best options that are $100 or less. The first one is the
that's a good price
Killshot 2.
Nike
Right
Killshot
now, a really
2.
popular type of sneaker are those 80s retro slim sneakers, and this shoe fits perfectly into that aesthetic. They retail for $90, and it's one of the more.
Although I haven't seen people wear these sneakers out in public, at least as of recently.
Which surprisingly, Nike actually doesn't have too many options in that category, but the Killshot 2 is definitely one of them. These shoes usually have suede accents and gum outsoles, although lately we've seen some variations on it, like this black.
These is tough. I ain't gonna lie, I never seen these ones with a Nike flap on the front like this, but these are tough. Like tough. Like these are crazy hard. Dang.
Pair with the longer tongue that's sold
these
out
gotta
super
cost
fast.
More, right?
They have been mixing up the colorways quite a bit. For sizing on these, I do go with my true size, and it is the perfect fit. For reference,
it looks so clean on feet.
Half size down in the Nike Air Force.
The one thing I haven't tested on these shoes is the comfortability. I don't know how comfortable they are on feet. But I guess that's one of the things to look into.
Most Nike sneakers like the Dunks or the Air Max ones, and also the Jordan 1s and the Jordan 3s. Next, one of the most timeless sneakers of all time
Clubs. Oh yeah, I've seen people wear these for sure.
C. It has never gone out of style, and it works with anything. These retail for $90, although they often go on sale and you can get them for way cheaper. They come in literally 100 different colorways, but I like my classic all white pairs. And if you want your sneakers to look.
And he did say these sneakers are going on sale, so I'm pretty sure some of these other sneakers will be going on sale too. So if you guys do want me to get you guys those sale prices, go ahead and just let me know in the comment section down below. I can definitely indeed do that for you guys, but only if you guys want me to. Let me know, and if you guys do click those links, I do want to let you guys know. It does indeed help out the channel, so I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section, and that will indeed happen.
You can even get the vintage versions, which retail for around $20 more. And for sizing, I fit perfect at my true size in these. One thing to keep in mind though, for European buyers especially, is that the sizing chart for Reebok is a bit different than other brands. Make sure you go with your true US size and not your true European size. Now, I would say that the brand with maybe the most number of sneakers that fit this category is probably Adidas. Let's start off with the Stan Smiths. Maybe one of the OGs of minimal sneakers, especially if you don't like too much branding on your shoes. These are perfect. They do have the 3 stripes on there, but they are perforated, so they're not too loud. And that hit of green on the heel just keeps things interesting without doing too much. They
Man, if y'all have seen what was the collab with the Stan Smiths? I think it was the Simpsons ones. I'm putting them on the screen. Those is dumb hard.
The #1 selling sneaker.
Crazy
from Adidas,
hard.
So that tells you all you need to know about whether or not these are still in style. People still love this shoe. For sizing, I definitely recommend going with your true size in this, your true Adidas size, and they fit just fine. In the last couple of years, we've seen the Adidas Samba become truly one of the most popular mainstream shoes. These retail for $100, and I love them. My wife loves them. It's one of our go-to sneakers. The branding is a bit louder on this one. They do have the 3 stripes going right down the middle. They come in so many different colorways nowadays. Traditionally,
they go so hard
made out of leather, but now you got suede versions as well and other materials. These also feature that signature detail on Adidas Retros, which is the T-toe shape. Basically, when you look down at these shoes on the top, it looks like the letter T on the front of the shoe. A lot of people do complain that these are very uncomfortable shoes, however, and I definitely think if you have wider feet, this is not the best option. For me, I go a half size up.
When I wore them, I didn't feel like it was that uncomfortable, to be honest.
If you have narrow feet, then you can easily go with your true
that OG
size.
colorway gotta be the best colorway out of all of them.
It's not a recommendation for those of you with wide feet. Another Adidas shoe which retails for only $100 is the BW Army. This is a classic shoe that was based on the original German Army trainer. It's super versatile. There's almost 0 branding on the shoe. Just a very simple, clean, minimalistic design. But there is a problem with these, however, and that is that you can't actually buy them from Adidas right now. They're not available anymore. If you want to get these, you're going to have to go on some reselling platforms like eBay or StockX to get these. I don't know when Adidas is going to finally bring these back because there's certainly a lot of demand for them. In the last year, we also saw this collab with Hard Copy, which was an even cleaner version of the shoe. I actually own 2 pairs of this model, a black and a white version. The black one did come out last year. It was a collab with UK retailer Size, and I gotta be honest, both of these shoes are some of the most worn shoes in my collection. For sizing on these, simply go with your true size. They're surprisingly pretty comfortable shoes compared to some of the other Adidas models, which are a lot more narrow. These look great. Adidas, just bring these back already. Let's not forget about Puma. One more great option is the Puma Palermo. This is a great option if you want to wear something different than your
done this in a previous video before. For sure I have gone over this in like a top 10 list.
These actually only retail for $80, and it is one of the top selling sneakers from Puma. It's got that familiar gum bottom and the suede panel on the toe box. You have the Puma logo on the heel, looking super clean. It does have this additional leather flap as well on the side of the shoe. I personally find this shoe to be a bit more comfy as well than the Samba. I fit best in it at true to size in these, and that's my true US size. Similar to what I said earlier about the Reeboks, Puma sizing chart is always a bit more different than Adidas or Nike, so go with your true US size in these. Alright, we are now moving up in price a bit. We're going to be talking about sneakers that are between $100 to $300, and I got 3 solid options for you. The first is a brand that I haven't even reviewed yet on, but I see this shoe everywhere. This is the Veja Esplar. Veja is a French brand that not only makes great everyday minimal sneakers, they do so in an eco-friendly way and a sustainable way. All their sneakers use ethical labor practices, and they are all vegan, if that's something that's important to you. They use only organic cotton, wild rubber, and recycled plastic bottles. Their sneakers are actually made in Brazil.
Oh, so it's one of those sustainable brands.
The most popular sneaker is this one, the Esplar, which is a low-profile sneaker that is quite recognizable for its
I ain't gonna lie, I rock with these, but I've realized a lot of these, I guess maybe it's just the minimal sneakers, but I realized a lot of these kind of look the same. Like just different color variations, just different like overall design, but I feel like the overall build of the shoe definitely looks like the same.
But I opted to go for this rather minimal version, which has an outline of the logo on it, so it's really barely noticeable. This is one of those rare shoes that is actually cheaper in Europe than in the USA, and that's because they are produced also in Portugal. The retail price of these in Europe is 130 euros, but they go for 150 in the US. I like these a lot. I love the mission of the brand as well. My brother, who is a vegan, is a huge fan of this brand. For sizing on this, yeah, no complaints at all about the sizing. I got this in my true size, not knowing what to expect, and they fit just perfect. No heel slippage whatsoever. More than enough room in the toe box to be very nice. And I think these just look great on feet. Throw these on with a pair of blue jeans, or it doesn't matter what really. These have a very nice retro casual look to them. Even though the material on this shoe is vegan leather, it doesn't really feel cheap or anything like that. The shoes feel like they have good build quality. So check these out if you haven't already done so. Another great option is these, the Axel Arigato Clean 90. A very sleek and minimalist sneaker. It's a Swedish brand, and the shoe pretty much embodies Scandinavian design if you think about it. It's got the premium materials and it has a very understated look. The shoes are also made in Portugal, which explains why the retail price in the US is $300, whereas in Europe these go for 225 euros. It features very subtle branding. It's got the gold foil letters on the mid panel. You have that rubber midsole as well, and it is a slightly chunkier midsole than some of the other shoes I've talked about in this video, which does give it more of a modern look. The leather on this feels great as well. The sizing, however, is a bit complicated.
I like the overall build on them. They seem like really firm, and they seem more comfortable since that sole is bigger, but I could be wrong.
I mean, most of the upper is quite thin, so that kind of explains it. I think I could have actually gone down a full size in the shoe and it would have fit fine. So that's my suggestion to you. Go down a full size from whatever your true size is if you're thinking of getting these clean 90s. So right now that we're in this $100 to $300 price range, there's actually quite a few luxury minimalist shoes, and one of the best that I've tried out is actually the Koyo Capri, which I think is one of the best value for money shoes.
See, I feel like, am I wrong? Why do I feel like a lot of these look like the same? Even like the other ones, they look exactly the same as this one. Like all of these sneakers look the same.
Each of their shoes are handmade in Tuscany, Italy, and it takes over 4 hours just to make one pair. The leather quality on them is really nice. These retail for a price of $245, which is actually quite affordable if you compare this with maybe their closest competitor, which is the Common Project's Achilles Low, which retails for almost $200 more, and it's pretty much an identical shoe. There's very, very little branding on the sneaker as well. You do have the Koyo logo on the heel of the sneaker. For sizing on this, so one thing to keep in mind with the Koyo Capri is that they only do come in full sizes. I got these in my true size of a US 11, and in my opinion they do fit big. There's quite a bit of heel slippage, so you're better off going a size down in these from your true size, and if you have a half size, then just go down a half size. Overall though, the Koyos are definitely a great option in this price range. Alright, we are now in the higher end of sneakers. I'm talking about sneakers $500 or more, and I got two really great options in this price range. The first is one of my favorite shoes.
These are Maison, right?
Maison Margiela replicas.
Maison Margiela.
In the US, these retail for $750. These are made in Italy, and they have a pretty
my guy Josh got some
just
crazy
like the Adidas
sneakers in
BW
the collection.
Army, these are also inspired by the German army.
I wonder how long you've been
so
collecting
much so that Martin Margiela decided to call these the replica because it's supposed to be a replica of those original Gats. Comparing this with the Adidas BW Army, the one major visual difference is that these have an additional gray suede panel down the middle. There's very little branding on here, except for on the tongue you have that signature Margiela numeric branding. I like to wear this shoe whenever I'm going to a more formal occasion because I'm not the type of guy who likes to wear dress shoes. So when I'm trying to dress to impress, this is usually my go-to. It's a timeless shoe. It elevates any outfit you're wearing. I constantly get compliments on these. Quality wise, it's excellent. It's significantly better, of course, than the Adidas version. They come in a lot of different colorways.
Ooh, that tan colorway is fire.
This year. It is not the most comfortable sneaker, however. There's
and that blue one we
no
just
cushioning.
seen.
It's kind of rock hard at the bottom. For sizing on these, if you're from the US, you can go with your true size. For European sizes, I would suggest going a full size down because that's just how the sizing chart works. I got this in a US 11 or a European 44. And the last shoe on this list, you might not be expecting it, but it is the Golden Goose Superstar. Another shoe that I've been seeing for years. These have
I wonder if it's supposed to look like that rustic, or maybe just worn them a lot.
It's not a beat up pair. This is in fact how the shoe looks like from the jump, and that's actually
how it looks from the jump. Did he say the price yet? Because that is crazy. I doubt he said the price. Let's let him click real
brand
quick.
apart. All of their shoes have this pre-worn
That's
look
crazy.
to them, which you might not get, especially.
But I've seen like even clothes have like that pre-worn type of look, and just I realized some things actually sell like that, which is pretty interesting to me.
$65. You might be wondering, why would you want to buy a
how much
scuffed shoe? Is $565. You might
$565.
be wondering, why would you want to buy a pre-scuffed shoe? But I gotta be honest, after putting this on feet, I kind of get it. The shoe just looks great beat up. They've done a great job here giving you that look. They are handmade in Italy, and I can just tell you, just from touching this leather, it is so smooth. Really great quality on the shoe. Check out that suede
That's
lining.
crazy how they're beat up.
Additionally, these seem
I guess
to
look,
have
yeah,
a bit of
buy a
extra
sneaker, so even if it looked beat up, it would still be like a dope sneaker to wear. You feel me? Because it's like
comfortable sneaker.
It never gets too beaten up.
Talked about in this video. For sizing on these, I got them in my true size, which is a US 11.
That's an interesting shoe, I'm not gonna lie.
If you are shopping from Europe, the size conversion is a bit different once again, so you want to go down a full size in Europe. So if you're normally a 45, go with a 44. So what are my favorite sneakers from this list that I wear all the time? Well, I actually have two of them, and it is the Margiela Gats and the Adidas BW Army. They both honestly look almost identical. I wear the Adidas pair when I want to wear something a bit more casual, and I'll wear the Margielas if I'm going for a more dressed up look. Also, if I know I'm going to be going somewhere where I could get my shoes really dirty, I'd rather go for the Adidas instead. I don't want to mess these up too bad, but they're both so versatile. I love both of these. And
the price you pay, the price you pay.
Minimal sneakers that you can
I ain't gonna lie, you guys. If I had to give you guys my favorite pair, it would probably be these ones we're seeing on the screen right here. These golden gooses. I feel like at first I was kind of skeptical about like that whole dirty look, but now kind of taking a step back and seeing how they look on feet. As you guys can see, he was wearing them a little bit earlier, and they look pretty fly, I'm not gonna lie. So definitely I gotta get me a pair in the future. You guys let me know in the comments which one was your favorite pair. And with that being said, you guys, if you guys do want to see some more lists just like this, go ahead and click the playlist up here.